Okay, hello guys. Now we want to learn about the chapter 3 of secondary 1 about the approximation and estimation. What is approximation and estimation? Approximation and estimation is a tools for us to ease the numbers, to make the number easy, to simplify the number, to round the numbers and so on. Okay, if you learn about the estimation and approximation, we learn also about how do we round the number. It is being round up or round down. We have the rules here, and again, focus. Okay, next slide. So what is a place value? Before we learn about approximation, we have to learn what is place value. Place value is the position of a certain number in a digit. For example, if you read this, you will read 5,382, right? So this is 5,308 tenths. 2 is the unit or ones. We can write units or ones. It's the same, okay? The unit place value. So if you increase the number, it is 100,000, right? 100,000s, and 60,000, 10,000, right? And 3,000, 400, 7, 10, 1 unit, or 1 is ones, okay? I think you better use the units rather than ones to make it simple and not ambiguous between 1 and ones, okay? Make sure that we write the S on the last word, everything. So if I can have the number, let's say 3587591. So you may put this separation. This will be thousand. This will be million, right? So the place value of 3 is million, using S, millions, and 500,000. Use S again. Okay, 8, 10,000. Using S, 7 thousands. Okay, 500s, 9 tenths, 1 or I want to wait for units. Okay, so this is how we try to understand about the place value. So I will skip this because it's quite simple. Now, round off, okay, here, to the nearest 10. So you have to look at the 10 value. So I just rewrite the number, everything here. I just rewrite the number. So I haven't do the question. I just try to make you understand about this. Here, you want to round the numbers, right? Round off. Round off, it might be round up or round down. How do you think whether it is round up or round down? Look at this row. If the number up after the rounding is 5 or more, you round up. If 4 or below, the last number stays the same, or we call it as a round down. Okay, or round down. So this is round up. Okay, now to the nearest 10. So this is the 10 place value. So 2. After the number 2, on the right of number 2, we have 5. So we have to increase the number, or we call it a round up. So the answer will be 3,409,730, because you round up, because this is 5 or above, see, on this first term. And as of the nearest 100, if nearest 100, where is the 100 place value? This, right? So 3,409,000. Look at the next number, 2. 2 is 4 or below, right? You have to pick the number stays, put the number 7 stays. So 7 will not be changed. You call it is a round down. It stays the same, right? But the number is going down. See, 25 becomes 0, 0. In this case, 25 becomes 30. So we call this as a round up. So since this is the number 2, so it's using the second rule. So this is the first rule, and this will be the second rule. And then C. Okay, maintain the focus because it's quite simple. 1,000. There you go here. Okay, now this is quite challenging because 7 make the 9 goes up, right? The numbers up. So the last number is here. So this is 7. 7 will increase the number, but if I increase number 9, I will increase it's become 10, right? So can I write like this? No, this is totally wrong, right? Because the 9, 10, where is the 10? You put 1 here, 0 here. It's a special case. Whenever you meet 10, 9, no, sorry, 9 become 10. So the 10 will be occupying the previous number. So this will be the answer, the left part of the number. So supposed to be here, but since it is 9 and round up, so 10, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so that's the answer. Now to the nearest 10,000. 10,000, where is it? Here, right? So it is increasing the number, right? 9 is increasing the number of 0, right? Because 9, the number is 5 or above. So the circle number is following the first and second rule. Because I want to increase, I want to round this 10,000. So focus on the right side, 9 increase. So it's the same. Okay. So C and D are the same because of the 9 here. So C is quite special because we think of 9. Oh yeah, guys, if you want to ask, you may drop the chat. Later on, I will explain you. Okay, I will explain to you about this. You can chat me, chat in Zoom and anywhere. I think this is quite simple. Okay, I will try to answer the question at the last part of the explanation. Okay, next. There you go. You can just find it. You can just open your slides that I already gave you in WhatsApp group and also on the learning tools, learning management system, LMS. Now here. In 2010, Singapore welcomed 11,600,000 overseas visitors. So this will be the rounded number because in reality, there will no such good number. Nothing like this. Okay, but this is the rounded number. Okay, so in reality, they will be favored to the odd. So rare that the number will be like this. A good number, 11,600,000. No, this value has been rounded to the nearest 100,000. So to the nearest here. So what are the largest and smallest possible value of the overseas visitor? Here, you have to do the logic. You may repeat the video later on because this is quite hard to understand. So largest and smallest. So this will be the rounded number from the possible number that is large number, and you have to go round down, become 11,600,000, or a small number that if you round it up, you will get a same number, 11,600 million, 11,600,000. I'm sorry. So for the large number, it's supposed to be 11,600 here. You have to increase the number, right? So, but if you when you increase the number, you have to make sure that this will be keep the 6 stays. So it will be 4 or below, right? Get it? This is 4 or below. It's supposed to be like that. How come it's 4 or below? It has to be rounded and stays the 6, makes the 6 stays there. So it is the question largest, but stays the 6. So it's supposed to be 4 and then 9, right? And then you can maximum or maximize the number. 9, 9, 9. See, if you round a number, you will still get 11,600,000. So why this is 9? Because in order to maximize the number, you want to find the largest, but stays the 6 because of the 4. That's how we think. Okay, it's supposed to be 4 or below. Then you may put 4 and then put the biggest number as much as possible. And then smallest number. What is the smallest possible value? 6 million, 11 million. I'm sorry, so annoying. 6 million. You have to put 5, right? Because you want to find a small number. But in order to increase the 5 here, wait, you have to round the 5 up, right? Round up. you have to round the 5 up because this is a number. So it has to be, what is the number here? So you have to think of it. So 5, and what is the next number that will increase the 5? We know the idea already. It's supposed to be 5 or above, but you want to find the smallest possible. You can put 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can put either just of the numbers, right? But pick the smallest, right? So 5 itself, still it is round up, and then 0, 0, 0, 0. That's it. Okay, why? Because this will be the smallest possible number. This is small. That's the question that they want you to do. Okay, I will copy this, the rounding off, because no formula in this case, in this explanation. Wait, I have to open the PowerPoint. I mean the, what do you call, the PDF. I mean the Word, the rounding value. So wait, there you go. I will copy this. So estimation and approximation, yeah. Unit 2, approximation and estimation, extra notes. Okay, let's continue. So there will be the answer. It's given, right? So the largest possible, the smallest and largest is 11,649,999 and 11,550,000 for the smallest. Okay, now, so here is the rounding understanding. So this is the idea. Okay. Now continue the place value. So what is the place value after decimals? The place value after decimals is using th, and th. Okay, this is unit. This is tenths. This is tenth. See, use your saliva, use your ludah to do tenth, and then hundredths, and then thousandths. Okay, use the th for the decimal place. Okay, first decimal place, two decimal place. There are some questions like this, guys. Ada yang nanya waktu itu, ini kenapa nggak unit sih? Units, nggak ya, nggak ada ya. Unit is one only. So after the one decimal place, tenths langsung. So nggak. So this will be our agreement. Okay. Next. So correct. Okay, there you go. So again, I will rewrite the number 78.4695, 78.4695, 78.4695, 78.4695, and then one decimal place. Where is the one decimal place? One decimal place is about here. Nearest whole number. The whole number is units, so make sure this is understandable. Focus here. Hundredths th here. Okay. Nearest 0.001. Okay, here. See, 3 decimal place, right? So this is called 3 decimal place. So how do you round the number? Quite simple. Look on the next value, 6. So it will increase the 4, 78.5 then. So look at the next number, 4. You stays the number same, 78 itself. Okay. And then 6 here. You look at the next number, 9. So you increase the number of 6, becomes 7. 78.47. That's all. It's quite simple. Everything can be done easily, but you have to make sure that you know how to do. 9. Okay, my goodness, 9. Look at the next number. Next number is 5. So you increase the number. Increase the 9 becomes 10. Remember, if I want to increase the number becomes 10.4, it's supposed to be 6, 10. So the 10 will be here. 7, 0. That's it. Okay. That's how you do. I will copy this. You round off the number. And then there you go. So this is an extra notes, yeah. So make sure you know how to do it easily and do it well. Okay, second one. Okay, let's go to the next part. See, they just give you the answer, but not the understanding. Okay, now Junwei says that 8.9. This is 8 point, not 8,000. Be careful. We are learning in a different units. Yeah, 8 point decimals 395 is equals to 8.4 because he thinks 8.40 is the same as 8.4. Do you agree with this? I have to answer. This is not right. This is totally wrong. Okay, when you round into two decimal place, it has to be, you have to focus on the 9. So this is two decimal place, right? So look at the next number, 5, increase. So it's supposed to be 8.94, right? Where is the 9? Okay, the explanation is right. So Junwei's explanation is right. But he missed the 9, right? Where is the 9? He ignored the 9 equals to 8.4. Okay, so wrong. Okay, it has to be 8.94. This is the right answer. This is the right answer. Okay. So you have to focus on the 9 also. You cannot ignore the 9. Okay, so Junwei's explanation is right, but he missed the 9, so he's wrong. Then, okay, I will copy again. Next. See? Now, a household uses, okay, there you go. So now we try to do the word problems. Uses 450 kilowatt hour. kWh is kilowatt hour. So as you're understanding, this is science. Kilowatt hour of electricity and 38 meter cube of water in a month. Okay, the cost of the electricity is 0.29 and the cost of water usage is 1.17 per meter cube. Okay. Now, find the total amount of money. Okay, very simple. So money that he need to pay, he has to pay. Okay, wait, it's not money, so you don't have to write money here. So the cost, right? So the cost will be an electrical cost, electricity plus by the water. Okay, so for electricity, 450 times by 0.29, right? And then plus 1.17 or 38 meter cube, right? 38 meter cube times 1.17, $1.17. So you may calculate the answer. I use my calculator. 450 times 0.29. The answer will be 130.5 plus 38 times 1.17. The answer will be 44.46. So you add all the numbers easily. 130.5. Use your calculator. It helps you a lot. 174.96. Right? But the question is asking you for correct to the nearest dollar. So nearest unit. Okay. So what you need to do is try to round the number. You round to the nearest here. Look at the next number. 9. Increase the 4. Right. So it has to be $175. So this is an estimated value. It's not the real value, but it's estimated. Okay. Or the rounded number. So how do you think of the amount of people in Indonesia? I can say that the number of the population of Indonesia is 260 million. Uh, 260 million citizens. Okay, but in the reality, they don't give you such answer. Maybe, can you imagine if one day 35 something or some thousands people were born and some thousand people were died? So can it be about 260 million exact 000? No, of course, right? So you have to estimate the value. I can say that the amount or the population of Indonesia is 270 million is right as well, because we think of the rounding number. Okay, there you go. Right, this is the same. So I don't have to write that. I don't have to text that because it's totally the same. The formula also same. Now we do exercise 3A, 1 until 7 later on. The page is here. You can find it easily. Now, significant figures. Okay, here. Now we learn about the significant figures. The significant figures is the hard part. Why? Because this is totally new for you. Okay, why this is totally new? You haven't learned this in primary. You learn this in secondary one. Okay, so you have to look at the rules. Memorize the rules. Please memorize the rules because this is very, very important. And why it is important? Because we think that the significant figures is the idea of rounding, the basic idea of rounding. So rule number 1, all non-zero digits are significant. So we have to determine whether one number, a digit, is significant or not. Okay, so for every non-zero digits are significant. Rule 2, all zeros between non-zero, right, in the middle here, the zero that is in the middle are significant. Okay, zeros after a non-zero in a decimal are significant. Okay, for example, 0.000. This is considered as a significant figure. Okay, so significant digits, you have to deal with it. And zeros in a decimal, all zeros before a non-zero unit are not significant. Okay, this is not significant. In a whole number, see, this is hard. May or may not be. What the what the frick is this? May or may not be. This is so depend. Later on, I will explain to you. The easiest part is rule number 1 and rule until rule number 4. Every number are significant except rule number 4. In a decimal, all zeros on the left side. So this is 0 on the left side. Okay, are not significant. Okay, so these rules can be easily explained on the question, on the word problems. Okay, let's do this because we don't have the explanation here. The handwriting, all the workings is here. Now let's try to do this. Okay, continue. For example, rule number 1, all non-zero digits are significant. Okay, so for every digits that is non-zero, it is significant. 192. So how many digits we have? 3. Okay, then so this is 3 SF. How about this? Non-zero. There is no zero at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 SF. As simple as that. You just calculate or count the amount of digits that are significant. One significant figures. I just make it simple. SF. Yeah, SF means significant figures, right? Or as and 4.5. Okay, two significant figures. You just calculate 1, 2. Just count 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's all. Okay, this is very simple. Still very quick understanding, right? Now, all zeros between non-zero. So all zeros in the middle. So here are significant. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait. This is 4, 5. This is 6. This is 4. This is 3. Okay, that's all. Got it? I think it's quite simple. All zeros between means in the middle. For every zeros that is located in the middle of the numbers, it has to be significant figure. Next thing, in the decimals. All zeros after a non-zero digit are significant. 0 on the right. Yeah, zeros on the right. And decimals, decimal. So this 0 on the left side is not a significant figure because this is on the left. So this is a significant. On the right side are significant. So two significant figures, 1, 2, 3 significant figures, and then everything middle and last digit also a significant, 6 significant figures, and middle and right also a significant figure, 4 significant figures in a decimal. So make sure that is in decimal. 2, 3, 6, 4. Okay, copy. The rule number 3 is quite hard because you have to think of the decimals. Okay, focus on the decimals. Next. Okay, now zeros after a non-zero digit are significant. Okay, now the length is found to be 4.1 and 4.10 respectively. So 4.1 and 4.10. The question is, which is more accurate? Is this the first and second? They share the same value. This is the same value, 4.1, and 4.10 is anyway, it's equal in the length. But which is more accurate? The more accurate is when here. So accuracy increase when the amount of significant figures increase also. Okay, this is the rules. I will give this to you. Accuracy will increase when the amount of significant figures increase. So you have to calculate the amount of significant figures. 1, 2 significant figures, right? All zeros after non-zero digit are significant. 1, 2, 3. 3 significant figures. Okay. So anyway, the value is the same, right? So this is same value. But this one is more accurate. Why? Because they have more significant figures. That's how you think about the significant figures. Okay, so this will be the application of rule number 3. Okay, now enter, print. Continue. There you go. Same answer, right? State the number. Okay. In decimal, all zeros before are not significant figures. So this is not like this. Can you just cross the number that are or is not significant? So 2 significant figures here, only 2 numbers, 2, 3 significant figures, because 0 in the middle is also a significant figure. 1, 2, 3, 3 significant figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 significant figures. Okay, in a decimal, pay attention on the decimal. So 2, 3, 3, 4. It's the same, right? 2, 3, 3, 4. There you go. D. Now there you go. Oh, okay. In whole numbers, so you don't deal with decimals anymore. The zeros at the end may or may not be significant. So look at this. Look at this. Depend on the number are approximated. Okay. So to the nearest 10 means you have to stop here. To the nearest km means it's 1 km to the nearest 10, nearest unit, nearest tens, nearest thousands, 10,000. Using S. But 10,000 is about here, right? So how many significant figure is here? So again, look at how I do. 1, 2, 3, done. Why? Because you just have to stop until this. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 significant figures. And here you go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, everything is a significant figures because it is nearest km. And how about this? 1, 2. Just stop. Why you just stop? Because we look at this condition. So we have the condition to the nearest blah blah blah. Nearest 1,000, 10,000, 1, 10, 20. No, not 20. 100,000 and so on. So only 2 significant figures. Okay, pay attention on this explanation because this is quite complicated when you are not looking at this in details. Okay, you may rewatch the video later on. I will send to you. So no need to be worried. If you have any question, keep it first, and I will answer it as soon as possible. Right, there you go. How about this? Round to the three significant figures. Okay, you stop at 1, 2, 3. So it's supposed to be four significant figures, right? But you have to stop it here. So 3, 7, 4. You look at this 8. Again, you have to deal with the rounding. 8 increase the 4. 5, 0. And you have to write it down. Nearest 10. Right? Why? Because we stop at the 5. The 55 at the place value of 10. Right? Oh my goodness, this. How about this? 0 is not a significant figure, so keep it. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to ignore this. So you have to stop it here. So it is round up, right? So 0.00479 increase because of the 8, 9 increase becomes 10. That's all. So it's four significant figures. We are done, right? And then how about this? Two significant figures. You have to stop here, right? So to the nearest 100, right? This is the nearest 100. So the 7 will increase the 9, right? So 5,000. Or you can just write this, stop at here. Okay? Into two significant figures and three significant figures for question D. So we have to separate the two answers. You have to stop here, either here. This is for the second two significant figures. And three significant figures, stop here. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So first, second, third, fourth. So to two significant figures, what you can do is you increase the 9 here becomes 10, right? So 0 0.0, okay, cannot. Why? Because you increase this, increase becomes 10 again, increase again becomes 1. So it has to be 1, 0, done. Okay, that's it. Three significant figures. You have to increase 0.100, right? Because we deal with two significant figures here, and the three significant figures is supposed to be here. Okay, that's how you think about the significant figure. This is hard for you, but later on, when you look at the explanation repeated about 2 times, 3 times about the significant figures special, you may do this easily. Okay, I believe that you can do this. I know that this is hard, but try to follow the idea. Okay, there you go. Now, truncation errors. I don't think we need to do this. Okay, later we skip this. Okay, the area of the square is 105. So the length of the square is square root of it. So why you correct to three significant figures? Because the number will be three significant figures as well, right? So you have to round into the amount of the significant figures of the previous, and the perimeter 10.25 times 4, right? And then why it's 10.25? Because the square root of 105 is 10.2469500. 10.2469500 right? So since we are not doing, or we are not dealing with the understanding about this, you may write into four significant figures first, right? So what you need to do is try to increase the amount of significant figure. One more, increase one of the significant figures. So it's supposed to be this. So don't just multiply 10.2 times 3. Be careful. Times 4, I mean. Right? Don't just 10.2 times 4. You have to put 10.25. Why? Because you have to increase one of the significant figures. See? Now, copy this because no explanation about that in this slides. Okay, continue. Exercise 3B, you can continue it by yourself. Now, we try to estimate. This is very simple. Here, Nora evaluates 798 times 195 using a calculator that the answer she got 15,561. Without the actual calculation, determine whether it is answer reasonable or not. Nora's answer is reasonable or not. So it's supposed to be 798 times 195. I don't want to do this I don't want to do this details calculation because the question is asking you for estimation. So 798 is near to 800, right? I just make it like this times 200, right? I just increase the amount of, I just round this number in to the nearest 100. So it's supposed to be 16, right? 8 times 10, 8 times 2 is 16, and we have 4 zeros. Is Nora's answer reasonable? Wrong, right? So Nora's answer are not reasonable because when I do the evaluation with the estimate value, the number cannot be different in the place value. See, 15,000 and 160,000, it's way too far. So Nora's answer is not reasonable. Okay, why? Because it's too far, way too far from what we estimate. Estimated value is not the right answer, but this will be the nearer answer. Let's try to check. See, as simple as that. But if you want to calculate on your calculator, Nora's answer are wrong. It's supposed to be 155610. She forgot the zero. See, so when we do the estimation, we can try to check whether it is reasonable or not. Okay, now, okay, how do you estimate this? Piece of cake. So this will near to 6,000. This will near to 300, right? So when you estimate the number, this is very simple. So the this after 3B, after we learn about the significant figures, we learn the easiest part then. So 6 divided by 3 is 2, and cross the 2, cross the 0, cross the 0, so it's 20 nearest. So what is square root of 63? Near to square root of 64 that we can do. Square root 3 is 129. I don't have the number of 129, so I just put 125. So square root 64 is 8. So square root 63 is near to 8. So we do the rounding. Again, rounding. So it won't give you the exact value, but the nearer value. Cube root of 125 is 5. So the answer is 40. Okay. That's how you estimate the value. This is simple, not as hard as, okay, they just put 5,700. Again, it's okay. So I want to increase to 6,000 to make it more simple, no problem. So there are more, we have the room for the different answer. Okay, the different answer are acceptable, depend on how do you want to round the number, right? They want to round into 57,000, 5,700. It's okay, no problem, right? So the answer will be close, right? 19 and 19.23 and 20 are quite near, right? So this is the other possibilities. Okay, again, I will print screen this to you, and you have to compare with this. Okay. Next. Okay, the driving distance between Singapore to Malacca about 250. So 250 divided by A, because the question is asking you for the hours. T equals distance time, yeah, time equals distance over speed. So 250 divided by 80, you cannot do it mentally, right? 250 divided by 8. If you want to do it mentally, you can round this nearer to 40. Why? Because 24 can be divided by 8. So the answer is around 3 hours. Okay? Around 3 hours. Because we do the mental estimation. Okay? See? I just round the number become 240 because 250 cannot be divided by 8. Now, compare. Okay, this is so bad, but we can do this easily. A piece of earrings costs 25,000 Indonesian rupiah, RP. The conversion rate is 1,000 is equal to, or Singaporean dollar, 0.1455 98. The number is so bad. So what we can do now is try to round this number without calculator. You can just do estimation. I just want to round the number become 0.15. Can I? Right, I just want to focus here. 0.15 and it's near to 1,000 rupiah, right? And then how about 25,000? Very simple. So if 1,000 represent this, how about 25,000? Quite simple, yeah. So in Singaporean dollar, the price will be 0.15 times 25. Whoa, how come? Why I'm doing this so fast? Okay, I don't want to do this so fast. Let me get slower. Again, the conversion rate of 1,000 rupiah is 0.15. How about 25,000? Right, so you just multiply this by 25, right? So 1,000 to 25,000 will multiply by 25, and this also multiplied by 25. So way more relaxing, right? Right. So 0.15 times 25. Okay, you may use your calculator. You will get around 3.75. Okay. Or again, I have another idea. Rupiah 1,000 rupiah will be $0.15, right? And then how about 20,000? 20,000 just multiply by 20, right? So you multiply this by 20, you will get 3. But we still have 5,000. Okay? Because the question is asking you for 25,000. You again multiply the 1,000 by 5, 0.15 by 5. 0.15 times 5, it's 0.75. And add all the numbers, 3.75. So without calculator, you still can do this easily. Okay, I will copy this to you. The currency. Currency means mata uang. Okay. There you go. Now, let's continue. See, sama caranya ya. 3.75 without calculator. You just add the 5,000 and to 20,000. Now, without using calculator, decide which is better value for money. So we have two bottles, bottle A, option A and option B. Option A consists of only one bottle, so 300 milliliter is approximately $8.8, and this will be 350 milliliter, right? Because you increase the number, you add by 550, so package I mean, and becomes 10.8, 10.4. So how do you estimate which one has the more value of money, better value? So which one is cheaper? As simple as this. I want to make into 100 milliliter. So, or you can just make rounding. So 8.8 near to $9, right? I just want to estimate the value, $9. So about $9 is estimation value. And 350 milliliter is around, I just write 10.5. I just increase a bit. I want to increase the 8.8 becomes 9, 10.4 becomes 10.5. No problem. Okay. And what else? You divide by 3. So 100 milliliter cost about $3, right? Okay. So how about this? So how about 100 milliliter of this? Okay. Or how about if I divide this by this? This is how I do. Think with me, because this is the hardest part. I want to divide become, what is the 300 and 350? I just can divide by 3 becomes 100 milliliter, just as I said before. $3, right? Because I divide this by 3, I divide this by 3 also. How about this is if it is in 100 milliliter? You divide by 3.5, right? So you divide by 3.5 also. 10.5 divided by 3.5. The answer is also 3. But you see the difference. I increased this $0.2. So it's supposed to be the same. So our rounding is problem here. So we have the problem on rounding. What next we can do then? They want to ask you the value, the better value of the money. Okay, we cannot do this. We can erase this. Why? Because it's the same. So there are no better value in this rounding, right? Same. So no better value. Again, we have to do it one by one. Here. So 300 milliliter is $9. So 51.5, right? So 350 milliliter is 10.3. So you have to compare in one idea here, right? How do you subtract with 2 cents? Because this will be the 8.8 increased by 9, right? It increased to 9. So it compares minus 20 cents. Why? Because you increase 20 cents, right? Increase 20 cents. And then you you divide by 6, you divide by 6. We have so many possibilities in this case. And then you have to multiply by 7, you multiply by 7, and you don't forget to subtract by 20 again, because after you increase, you have to make it down. So which one is the better value? Option A. A is way cheaper. Or just using your pure calculator. Right, here, 300 milliliter is 8.8, right? And then how about 1 milliliter? You divide by 300. So 8.8 divide by 300. So the answer will be 0.293 blah blah blah. How about this? 350 milliliter is $10.4. So how about 1 milliliter? 10.4 divided by 350. Okay, I write the number. I also write the calculation here. 8.8 over 300. 8.8 over 300. The answer will be 0.029 blah blah blah. Okay, and then this 10.8, 10.4 divided by 350. The answer will be, wait, give me a while. 0.0297, right? 1, blah blah blah. So this is more expensive, right? This is more expensive. So the better value of money is option A, of course, right? Okay, that's for the hard questions. Now, how about this? Estimate the percentage of the shaded region in the figure of the right. Which is the shaded region? 2 over 3. Okay, the orange part. It's 2 over 3. As simple as that. Okay. So it's about 66 2 over 3%. Just estimate. You don't have to calculate the area of the real shape of the rock. Wasting time. Exercise 3C and then we're done. Okay. I think that today we finish all the explanation. It's about 1 hour. Less than 1 hour. But if you have any question, just let me know right now. So this is the hard topic. The hardest topic is in the middle. If you can imagine, this is like a hamburger. The top side and the bottom side is easy, right? You just calculate the rounding number, you round the number, and then the second part we learn about the significant figures, and on the last part we just round the number. Okay, I hope everyone get the idea. And maybe if you don't understand, you may watch the video again and again, because that's what means by recording. So for meeting 1, unit 3, we are done.